So to read a single value, I am going to make another button, read one child. I will call this function on button click. Again use the database refer dot. I want to read a child, but which child? Website 2. Okay, so website 2 is inside job profile. So database child name, the name should be identical. Okay, do not make mistake in capital letter, small letter or white space. It should be identical. Database, inside the job profile there is a one another child name as website 2. Okay, so just copy this name dot, you can call once and the rest of the thing is same. Just copy paste here, this one. Okay, now it is good, and update. So read value entire database and read child at once. So you can see read once. This is how you can read one child at a time. Now if I want to update the value of this child, so I can perform the update operation. Create another function. I am going to update the value of job profile, so just use the job profile dot update, and inside this job profile I am going to update this website 2. Okay, so as you can see, this update operation require a map value, key value. Okay, so I will pass my new value. I will pass a new value like that, and I can write like 2. That's it, and I can call this function on button click. So update. Okay, now update done. Read database. So if you will see dripcoding.com 2. Okay, and also if I want to remove some value, so I can remove as well. Just create operation delete. Okay, and if I want to delete profile, suppose I want to delete this one, so I will write remove. Simple operation, that's it. Okay, these are the crude operation that you can perform using single line. Update and first read value, so this is a value, and delete, and again read value. So you can see the new value is this one. This profile node has removed from the tree. Okay, now if I want to update the value on UI at the same time, okay, whenever there is change in database, it should reflect on all the device and all the platform without any external effort. So what you need to do, inside initialize state you need to add the listener. Okay, so you can add the listener on entire database, or even you can add the listener on individual child. So this time if you will see, I have this counter value inside my count key, there is counter 3. Okay, inside the initialize state I will add the listener database refer dot child. The child name is my count key, so the name should be identical, my count key dot another child is key counter. So key counter and my count key. Now we need to add the listener whenever the value change. So on value and add a listener. Event contain the new value. First I am going to print the value. Print snapshot dot value dot toString. Okay, and to display the value on UI inside this text. So in this text box I am going to create one variable, integer type variable. So int count value, by default it is 0. Okay, so I will display it there, count value dot toString, add the plus sign. Okay, so whenever there is any change or any update in database for this particular value, then we will update same thing on UI as well. So whenever we want to update the UI, we use the set state and update the value of this count value. So the count value become a new value that we will get from the event. Okay, that's it. So stop and run the code again, because I add a new variable. So stop the code and run it again. Okay, so as you can see, earlier it was 0, now 3, and suppose I just change the value from there only. Okay, I will make a change like 5, automatically it will change there. Even I can make a button to increase the counter. Okay, so that way I can change the value of this counter as well. So it is just like update the value. So same way I am going to create new function, name as update value count. I have this child count key. Okay, copy and just remove this child dot update, and my new value is key counter, don't make space, and the value is count value. That's it. And now when I will call this function, just before that I will increase the value by 1. The child is this one, copy paste, update count value by 1, and this is my new function. Just before calling this function I will update the count value plus plus. Okay, so plus plus is new value, and when I will call this function, it will update the value on server database, and whenever there is any change in server database, so this event will listen a new change and again update the value on this UI. Okay, or even if you think that these two variables are the same, so I will do one thing, I will just make it plus 1 there. Okay, stop and run. Okay, the 5 is the new value, increase value by 1, 6, 7, even in the server you can see changes. Okay, so this is how you can integrate Firebase real-time database in your Flutter project. If you want to know more about this real-time database, so just comment below, and if you have any doubt, any question, contact me on my website or WhatsApp number, or just comment below. I will definitely help you to solve your problems. And if you want to know how to integrate Firebase push notification on your Flutter project for Android and iOS, so you can watch my video. The link of the video is available in the description, how to integrate Firebase push notification. And also you can download the source code from my website. Every link is available in a description. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. And whenever you have any doubt, any question about Flutter app development, native app development, so just comment below and I will definitely help you out. And if you want to learn complete Flutter app development, so you can join my course. Just visit blueappsoftware.com. There you can see the course, Flutter complete course. Okay, you can join it. If you have doubt, any question, just use this chat box. So thank you and see you in the next video.